Hey everybody, happy Saturday. Mayank here. In today's video, we will be diving into RRG chart to analyze the current movement of various sectors and the request for the different sectors you guys have put on my X account for covering. Um, we will take a closer look at which sector are showing strength on the RRG chart, which ones are rotating out, and how this data can help us spot early trends and make better investing decisions. And we will break it down to the different actions as well. We will look at the tail length and the RS momentum and the RS ratio. Before I get into a different sectors and analyze the stocks related to the respective sectors, quick disclaimer, anything that we discuss is not a buy and sell recommendation. It is all about to learn RRG chart, how to spot the RS and RS momentum and learn about the RRG chart. I will also leave a link to subscribe to RRG chart via Strike platform. If you use my link, you will get a 10% discount on your subscription. Um, with that, let's begin. So first thing first, we will start with the PSU Bank. So let's have a look at it. So I'm on the RRG chart right now. And if you go to the home page, click on the RRG chart. And if I click on the PSU, oh, sorry, PSU Bank. Let me just go back. So I have already prepared a list of stocks and I've added into PSU Banks. So let's look at this. Let me just go back. So this is the RRG chart based on Nifty 500, Nifty 50. Now let's change the benchmark to Nifty 500 and let's change it to weekly. Now the weekly data takes some time to upload on the RRG chart. Um, but there is a tracking of daily data, so you can also change the time frame to just look at the last 5 days trend from starting from 16th until 20th. So you can do that as well. So this is the current status of PSU Bank. Jammu and Kashmir Bank is showing a very good RS momentum, and there is a slight increase in the RS ratio as well. Last week we covered Bank of India and we saw that there is a good significant improvement in terms of the RS momentum, but there is a slight reduction in the RS ratio. So it's very interesting to see. Union Bank having a good RS momentum, but the RS ratio is not that significant. I'm interested into Punjab and Sindh Bank to see if it goes further into improving. So overall, if you look at, and I have to cover other sectors as well. So overall, I think only Jammu and Kashmir Bank looks good to me in terms of RS momentum and RS ratio. So, and there are others who are trying to get into improving zone. So let's see if there are any further improvements in terms of RS momentum and RS ratio for the PSU banks. Now moving on to the next one, which is water theme. Very interesting. Let's look at that. So let's go to the water theme. All right, let's set the benchmark as Nifty 500 and let's look at what is the current status of some of the stocks. All right, EMS Limited. Um, yeah, there is a reduction in the RS momentum and it is headed towards weakening, but still it is in leading. What does that mean? That means that it has a good RS ratio and RS momentum more than 100, right? So this center line that you see represents the middle point, which is 100. And just to let everybody know, whoever watched my earlier videos would have got to know that x-axis represents the RS ratio and y-axis represents the momentum. And the center is our benchmark and the center line is 100. Even for the vertical, RS momentum as well as horizontal for the RS ratio. So there is a slight reduction in the RS. There is a reduction in the RS momentum, and there is the RS ratio is still good and it is in leading. But it is headed towards weakening. That is what I can see. So we need to keep an eye on this. Iron exchange, yeah, it is also headed towards weakening. Significant reduction in the RS momentum as well as the RS ratio. Well, yeah, this is also Well-Spent Corp. I think it also has a similar indication. Shakti Pump is in weakening at this point in time. Significant reduction in the RS momentum as well as the RS ratio. Baba Tech, it's very interesting, very smaller tail lengths. So not as there is a decrease in the RS momentum for sure, but not significant decline. That is what I can say. And there is no significant decline in terms of RS ratio. So we need to keep an eye if there is any further turn towards leading. Roto pumps, significant RS momentum, reduction of RS momentum as well as the RS ratio. Chas is having a nirvana moment. I have had covered this in my tweets as well. So um, it is going back to leading with 90-degree angle. So this is a nirvana moment. Uh, Felix Industries showing a good RS momentum, but not a significant increase in the RS ratio. So still in lagging. Very interesting to see if it goes further into improving. All right, next one is Atom Walls. No, it's in lagging, very smaller tail length, so not a significant increase in the RS momentum, and certainly there is a decline in the RS ratio. So this was all about water theme. Let's look at the sugar industry. Let's go back to strike. So sugar, all right. Let me put the benchmark Nifty 500. Balrampur Chini Mill is having a good RS ratio for sure, and there is no further reduction in the RS momentum. I believe I have had covered this last week as well. Triveni Engineering is showing some slight reduction in terms of RS momentum and RS ratio, uh, but still it is in leading to see if there is any further reduction in the RS momentum. All right. Banari Aman Sugar Limited, there is a further significant reduction in the RS and RS momentum. It is getting into weakening. Dalmia Bharat Sugar is placed beautifully with significant increase in the RS momentum and RS ratio, and it is getting towards leading. And if you want to look at the last 5 days data as well, you can just change it to daily. So don't get confused because the 1 week data is for 5 days, 5 days of trading. So you can change this to see if you would like to look at the data for the last 5 days, if there's any significant changes. So let's if you want to look at it, I can change that as well. But let's look at the weekly data. At Perry, yes, there is certainly a decrease in the RS momentum and RS ratio. Bajaj Hindustan Sugar, there is a significant reduction in the RS and RS momentum. At Renuka Sugar, yeah, it is in lagging. So this is the overall status on a weekly chart for sugar industry. Let's move on to the next one. Shipping and shipbuilding. Okay, let's look at shipping and shipbuilding. So let's go back. I just added into shipping. So let's go to Nifty 500. All right. So other than Arvind and company shipping agencies, everything getting into weakening. Even there is a significant reduction in the RS and RS momentum for Accuracy Shipping Limited, and it is getting towards lagging. Let's see. So we need to keep an eye if there are any turnaround story going back to leading. And you can subscribe for the RRG chart to look at these further. Um, and then let's go to the next one. Oil and gas after government cutting windfall tax to zero. So let's go back to oil and gas. Let's go to oil and gas. Just a minute. Let me put benchmark as Nifty 500. So this is where we are placed. VPCL is headed towards leading, very close to the benchmark, very stable movement, but very interesting to see if there would be any further increase in the RS momentum and RS ratio. Overall, if you look at it, there there is a slight reduction in the RS momentum for most of them, but except BPCL. And there is a significant, not significant, slight increase in the RS momentum for deep industry, Dolphin Offshore Enterprises, sorry. And very interesting to see if it goes further into leading with good RS ratio with and with RS momentum. So this is where we are placed at this point in time. For oil and gas. Oh, I did not cover gas. Sorry about that. So I'll try to add some of the stocks from gas and I'll share the separate tweet. Sorry about that. I missed it. Um, IT sector and realty sector. So IT sector, I haven't added gas, right? So I don't have that, but I'll cover that. IT sector. I think IT sector, yeah, let's look at IT sector. So let's put Nifty benchmark as 500, right? Right now, if you ask me, there are only few which are showing tremendous RS momentum and RS ratio. It's Zaggle prepaid, right? And then we have Tata Elxsi. These are the two right now showing some significant strength in terms of RS ratio and RS momentum. And there is a slight increase for the RS momentum for Newgen software as well. And Policy Bazaar, I have had already covered it. It was Nirvana moment. So one, two, three, four. Tata Elxsi, um, Newgen, Policy Bazaar, and E2E. It tried getting into weakening, but it got a very good RS ratio and RS momentum. Otherwise, rest of the IT stocks are showing reduction in the RS momentum and the RS ratio, right? So let's watch out for these. Now that covers the IT sector, and let's look at the realty sector. So realty, let's look at if I have, did I add? Um, no, I did not, but I can do that real quick. So just a minute. I will go back to the stock. I use stock scan developed by SOIC, so it's a very quick one. Let's look at, I'll cover both. So I need anything above 2000. So these are the ones which we have. So um, what I can do is I can just export these and we'll get these added into our sheet here. So just a minute, just a minute. Let's go back to our strike brief form. And with that, you can also learn how to create a watch list. So go to home page, go to watch list here, click on create a list, create reality, create watch list. You can also import, right? So what I will do is I will download a sample file and let's look at this. So I will upload these and then I will remove the one which are showing as a null because those are highlighted under BSC. So BSC data we don't have in the strike at the moment, but they are working on getting that data as well. After that, I think we can see all the stocks listed in BSC as well. So this is the list that we have. Save this, right? And then simple way is just go to the strike platform again and upload the file. So you have this, upload it, and you'll get all the stocks. So this is how you can upload your watch list. And let's look at this together. All right. Uh, Not a promotion though, but I just want to let you guys know that StockScan is a wonderful tool. Um, I'm using since almost more than that, I think. Since the time they have launched, I'm using it, and I've even extended my subscription as well. So I'm really thankful to the SYC team for creating this. So if you wish to, you can play around and see. It's up to you, but I'm not forcing anybody. All right, let's look at it. There are many. So yeah, let's look at this. I think I will be very interesting to look at if there are any turnaround stories. So Volte Paddle, yeah, definitely there is a significant increase in the RS momentum, and if there is a significant increase in the RS, I'll be I'll be looking this very interestingly. So TB Reality, Nesco, Unitech, yeah, it's looking wonderful. Look at this, Shriram Properties. Look at the tail length. Look at the RS ratio. I mean, this is like awesome. DLF again, right? Purva, I just want to see any Nirvana moment. So I will be very, yeah, Prestige. I can sense some Nirvana moment over here. So keep an eye on this. Marathon, there there was a reduction and now it is going back. So very interesting. Okay, I think this is very interesting to see. Phoenix, no. Signature, very stable movement, not a significant decrease in increase. So it's like consolidating. Raymond's, I believe, yeah, we'll have to see if it has increase in the RS momentum and RS ratio. Oberoi Realty, definitely there is an increase in the RS momentum and very closer to the benchmark. And if it goes towards leading directly from lagging, it'll be very interesting to see. So watch out for all these stocks, folks. If you ask me, it's a very mixed status for reality, and we have very few which are showing a very good strength. Look, watch out for the ones which are into improving. Look at this. This is your chance. And look at this Nirvana moment. It could be a Nirvana moment. So watch out for these stocks, right? And with that, I think I have covered, yeah, IT. Let's cover the private sector bank as well. So let's do this. Let's do this together. Um, all right, loading. Perfect. So that's, yeah, I mean, I see very interesting. No, forget about Senko. Yes Bank, Kotak Bank. Yes, it just stopped. Uh, we'll have to see if there is any further reduction. Sorry, further improve in the RS momentum and RS ratio. Bandhan Bank is definitely showing some good increase in the RS momentum and as well as RS ratio. So I'm very interesting. This is very interesting setup for me. AU Bank, absolutely, because of the news and other factors. So those are the catalyst. And now I see there is an increase in the RS momentum and RS ratio. So we need to keep an eye on that. Federal Bank, it was there in leading for several days, but now it is into weakening. Equitas still far. I mean, we need to wait until it gets into improving. IDFC, not interested. Henderson Band, yes, this is showing some strength. So we need to keep an eye in terms of RS momentum and RS ratio if it gets into improving. Axis Bank, very interesting, but we'll have to see if there are any turnaround to see. HDFC Bank, yeah, it had its turned towards leading. Let's see. ICICI Bank, yeah, there is a turnaround, so it may get into improving and leading. City Union Bank in lagging, no respite, so we'll have to just see how it does. So with that, we have covered most of the sectors that you folks had asked for it. If I missed, I think I missed the gas sector, oil and gas. Oil we have covered, but gas, probably I'll just have to see those stocks and I'll add those into RRG chart and share the status. But other than that, I think we have covered most of them. So keep learning, guys. Keep utilizing RRG chart other than whatever tools that you use. It is an added advantage that you can spot the trend and The RS momentum and RS ratios are most important in order to see the sector rotation and the stock rotation, how they go, right? And this is how you can learn things, and this tool can, make a difference for your investing journey as well. Keep learning, keep enhancing your skills. You might have seen most of the tweets that I made, uh, in the past, all about learnings. Learning has no substitute. So keep learning, keep understanding, and take care of your health. And Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you, everybody.